Hey guys, so today is actually my 1 year anniversary on Booktube. So I just wanted to do a little video kind of just talking about like giving some updates and things on where sort of the last year has kind of taken me and how much I've enjoyed Booktube. I wasn't really sure what to do for this kind of video, so I thought I would spend most of it just kind of talking about the changes that have happened. I'll probably do the same thing next year as well, because I really do enjoy being on Booktube. I know I've been like quite quiet with my videos, like especially towards Christmas and the end of uni last year, but I'm trying to update a lot more and do a lot more reviews and things because I'm trying to read a lot more as well. And just kind of see where it goes and see what kind of videos I can create today, like this year. This year so far, I've been submitting my novel to agents and publishers. I've sorted out a new pair of glasses. I booked a tattoo today, my very first tattoo, which is going to be kind of arranged now for the 1st of February, which is the week after next, and it's going to be a rose tattoo up around here somewhere. I've seen the design, it's from a tattooist who I've kind of consider a friend now, she's so lovely, and her designs are amazing, and that just, I saw it on her Instagram and I really liked it, and it was kind of what I was going to ask her for anyway, so it was kind of perfect. I'm getting that. I also want one that's going to be kind of like a typewriter. I might have it on my arm as well, so it might be like the start of a sleeve, because I quite like the idea of that. I really like the idea of that. Also going to try and arrange driving lessons as well for the next couple of weeks, but hopefully it won't too icy on the roads or anything like that. And part of it is just making me a little bit nervous to start. Like, I had driving lessons a few years ago, and the idea of junctions and roundabouts and things just kind of scared me, and I didn't learn as quickly as I wanted to. But I do want to learn to drive. What's kind of happened recently, very recently actually, or Sunday rather, is that I got back with my girlfriend, Nina. There was a lot of issues kind of that happened, but we resolved them, and it's going to be a bit slow, but I'm happy. And she lives a bit further out, and it'd be nice to be able to actually drive up and see her, and also it'd just be nice to get myself around, because public transport can be a nightmare sometimes, especially on bank holidays, and there have been a few times getting to work when I've just been so panicked that I'm going to be late, or just trying to get places in general where I think I'm going to be late or I'm not going to be there on time, and it's just it makes me panic. I don't know why. I have a weird thing with time. If I think I'm going to be late to something, my mind just kind of goes into overdrive and I just can't control it. It's always been that way. But yeah, like in the last year I finished uni, moved back home to Milton Keynes, transferred my job from the works in Luton to the works in Milton Keynes. A couple of months later I was able to get promoted from sales assistant to supervisor, which I really enjoy now. Like, I really enjoy it. It's nice to be kind of, to make sure everything's going okay, to run things, have a little bit more responsibility over how things go. I've also finished kind of like the last final draft of my first book in this series that I'm writing, which is called Heart of Silver, which I'm submitting. It's taken a while. I've had quite a lot of rejections, but I'm waiting on a couple of good emails, like full requests, which have been about 3 months in the running now, which are a little bit nervous for, but we'll see. This series is about a young girl. She is an android who has different abilities and does not want to be controlled by the man who's created her, so she goes against him, tries to fight. She runs away originally to the futuristic city of Amory, which is New York's kind of twin city, set in the future, in a kind of near future, and she finds this man who's created all of these different androids like her, with different abilities like telekinesis, telepathy, flying, shapeshifting, all sorts. And he's kind of building his own kind of little army thing for power, and she doesn't want to be a part of that, as you can understand. But she's not supposed to have these kind of feelings. Being an android, she's supposed to be quite, robotic and emotionless. But that's kind of what the premise of the book is about, like the way she's actually quite different. But the other androids are kind of more pro to what he's doing. They all have completely different abilities and different ways of seeing things in this little world, and it was really, really fun to write. It's taken me about 3 years to kind of come to the final draft of, and I'm writing the first draft of the second book at the minute. The other night I kind of sat and planned out the entire third book kind of outline, but then that changed into being 2 more books instead of 1 more book, because I'm currently writing the second and I see the end in sight of that one, and I sort of know where it's going to go. But then there's the third one, which is now being the 4th one. I pushed that aside, and because that was set a lot further along in the timeline of the events that have happened in the book, and so I've kind of included another book, basically, that it's going to be a series of 4 books instead of 3. It is so much fun to write. It's kind of like fairy tale retelling a little bit as well. There's a lot of different fairy tales which are kind of represented in the story. Yeah, I'm just loving it. It's like a little bit of fantasy mixed with sci-fi. It's so fun. I love the characters, and I just love the new world that I've kind of created. I've been inspired a lot by books like Slated and Mind Games by Terry, and the sequel Fractured as well, which I've very recently read. I just really, really love writing. Like, I don't think I'll ever stop it. And I love talking about it. I love doing these book vlogs and updates and things, and just sort of kind of talking about where things have gone. So I have a lot of kind of goals for this year, like especially with Booktube. I want to do a lot more tags and kind of maybe create my own, because I didn't really do as well so well in that last year. A lot of reviews, tags, information, update videos, because I did like doing those. I did quite a few playlist book tags, which were really fun, and I want to do a lot more of that this year. Book reviews, talk about like discussions and things that have happened this year, just whatever comes to mind that's book related or writing related, because those things to me tend to come very, very closely and entwined. I may include a video with my girlfriend or all my close friends from uni, or I haven't done a video with anyone on my channel, so that might be something to consider. and I really just want to do a lot more videos and upload a lot more, because I'm trying to read a lot of books. And as I get all these things done that I've on my little list, I'll do more videos and talk about them and see how they're going, just like I would like to have done a lot more last year. But, you know, it was a learning experience. It was the first year, and I want to make the second year a little better.